Hello, welcome to Product Reviews. Today I've got a new Dewalt Orbital sander. I've had this one for, gosh, probably 10 years or more, and it still really works good, but the cords are starting to get frayed on it a little bit, and I know I could replace the cords. It's starting to fray a little bit right in here too, and it's just old, and I wanted to get a new one. And the other thing I thought about maybe having two, since this one still works. You know, if I'm doing something, working on a project, I can put two different grits on it, not have to switch my paper out back and forth. So I went ahead and just got a new one. And this is a newer version of the same Orbital sander. I haven't even opened it yet. It's got a little carry bag with it, and that's kind of cool, I guess. I usually don't carry it anywhere, but it's got the little dust collector bag on it. And there's a new sander. The only thing the only thing I've ever done is I replaced the pad on it because the hook and loop wore out on it, but I replaced that, and that's easy to do. Well, this one here is it's a DWE6423. Like I said, I have no idea how old that thing even is, to be honest with you. And this one is a DWE6423. But it's basically the same sander. It's got, I haven't even read on it yet. I'm assuming it's multi-speed, but I don't know that for sure. This may not be multi-speed. Yeah, there it is. It's multi-speed. See, there's the speed control there. There's the on-off. That's basically all there is to one of them. You take this just twists on here, twist and locks. And when it gets full, you just take it and dump it out into a bag or in your trash can or whatever. So anyway, that's pretty much it for that. So what I'm going to do, and I like doing these reviews to actually use them, and not just sit there and open and tell you what's in the box and all that. I like a good practical review. I can get this thing open. Okay, so I've got a board here I'm fixing to use for a woodworking project. So I'm just going to break it out, and I'm going to put a couple different grits of sandpaper on it, and we're just going to actually use the thing. So if it turns on, speed control. So you go down to a slow speed. So 1 through 6. So, and it, it feels a little bit different than the other one, but I guess it's got a better handle for holding on to. You won't get tired if you're doing a lot of sanding. So, anyway, so I've got some sandpaper here. I've got some 40 grit, really aggressive sandpaper. This is great sandpaper too. I've got a review of this paper too on the channel too. I'll put a link to that up in the corner if you want to watch that. But I've got some 40, 120, 120, or 220. So I'm going to put this 40 on here first and show you. People think of these being as a finish sander, which they are. They're great finish sanders. But if you put this 40 grit or even an 80 grit, depending on what kind of wood you're using, this thing will take some stuff off in a hurry. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to tell. There's a line right there from the planer. So I'm going to see if I can get that line taken out and then just smooth this thing out. So let's get after it. Just to show you, hopefully you can see that good. That already took that line out. See, that line is, you see a little bit right there? It's already taken it off. Now this is poplar wood. It's not a super hard wood or anything. But man, that thing is so aggressive. Now I'm going to try something here too, just to show you. I'm going to take my knife, put a little X right there on that board, and we'll see what it takes to sand that out. I'll leave that real time there because, well, actually you can still see it a little bit, but it's very fine. So, but you can see it doesn't take much to take that out. that's gone now. So that's all there is to this, man. It's really a great sander. Like I said, you can take rough stuff out. You can take a really rough piece of wood and work it down to the 120 and the 220 is what I prefer to get a really nice finish on it. So I'm going to do some fast forward on this part. I'm going to go ahead and sand both sides of it with this, get it all roughed up, then I'll go down to the 220, and I'll go back to the 120, and then I'll slow it down and we'll kind of see what it looks like afterwards. Okay, there it is. It's nice and smooth now. I mean, you saw that takes almost no time. So you can take a pretty rough piece of wood and finish it down pretty quick if you start out with this aggressive sandpaper. But like I said, a lot of people think it's just a finish sander. You can start off pretty rough with these and do a good job. The other thing I wanted to show you on these two is when you line these papers up, these holes right here, when you put your paper in, make sure you get sandpapers with holes in them, but you just want to line these up as best that you can. And what that does, that's part of that dust collection system. That dust will collect through those holes, go through the pad, and then come out into here. So, and you can see there's the sawdust that comes out of it. So anyway, it's a good sander. I honestly, using it, I can't tell the difference in the old one I had. It's just new, and I like the handle a little bit better. You know, the handle's more comfortable than this. The older one has got that round handle. It's a little, you don't get if you got a big hand, especially like I do, it's not as easy to grip. This one feels a little more comfortable and solid going across there. But anyway, it's a great sander. Like I said, I had that other one for years. I got 2 of them now, but I highly recommend it. It's available on Amazon. I'll put links to that on there, and I'll put links to some of these sandpapers that I've got off Amazon too. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.